Hey there, I'm Robin and I'm the founder of Brandintellé. In today's video, we're going to cover the analytics capability of the Brandintellé platform, which primarily is split into two parts. The first part is the dashboards and the strong, powerful reporting of your marketing campaigns with sales, budget versus consumption, and all of that through insightful dashboards, which are available both on the web as well as mobile app. The second part of this video will cover the attribution visualizer, which is the optimizer interface, scenario planning interface, which is powered by marketing mix models. So let's get started. As we log into the platform, the first screen which you see is the campaign screen, which gives you a quick overview of all the campaigns which you are a part of across every type of activity, every office, across different vendors. For this video, we are going to be focusing on the dashboard section of the platform and the attribution section of the platform. Let's get started with dashboards. So dashboards is a very powerful reporting module which covers all sorts of marketing dashboarding requirements which you could ever think of, right from having your digital spends analysis across Google and Meta with real-time connection on across your multiple ad accounts. It can give you full visibility on your ad spends, impressions, clicks, conversions. It can give you a spends and impression over time, cost metrics over time, and also let you understand how your different campaigns have performed across platforms as well as very specific to one platform as well. For each of these widgets, you can expand it and deep dive. A lot of them also have a capability to double click and go inside at a more granular level. Besides digital, you can also look at all sorts of traditional media dashboards, right from TV spend analysis, print, radio, all of it. This dashboard right now covers the TV spend analysis where you can get to see all your TV campaign information across large period of time, where how much money has been spent, what has been the spots, the FCT, the average rate per 10 second, the channel mix. Inside the channel, we can then further drill down into the program mix as well. Here, I'm just going to expand this and then drill down inside a particular channel into what is the program mix inside it. And in this example, it was all in ROD. But the point here is that all of the granular information for TV, what was planned and what is executed will be visible here. You can filter by channel, by program, by language, by particular times to get that data as well. Similarly, there are dashboards for print, outdoor. Just to give you a quick purview of how print looks is, of course, you can look at what were your planned spends across publications, editions, what was the actual spends which actually got executed, and also get a real-time visibility of how your spends have been distributed across multiple markets and with what publication or what genre split in a particular market, right? Now, if we look at not only spends but look at what was my budget versus spends. So we have budget consumption reports with each user having access to a specific budget amount, and against that, a visibility of how much of that budget has got utilized, how much is available, and how much further can be distributed. What is the breakdown by time? What is the breakdown by different categories? And also get a Excel granular data of all the budget consumption across different marketing activities. So now that we have done marketing spends across mediums and we've also covered budgets, why don't we look at what happens when we connect our sales or inquiry data as well with our marketing spends? Because in the end, the goal of marketing spends is to make an impact on the top line, right? So this is a sample dashboard where we integrated with inquiries for an automobile company. It could be app downloads, it could be website visits or add to carts, it could be finally tertiary sales as well, depending on your business. But it gives you a visibility of medium-wise cost per inquiry. Now, this is not statistically calculated, but this is more or less in a particular market, in a particular brand, and in a particular time period, what has been the marketing spend and what has been sales from that particular region. And putting sales and marketing next to each other itself can give you a lot of insights on what's working and not what's not working. So that's a quick preview. We have a lot of dashboards to cover, and all of these dashboards are customizable and can be created as per the requirement of the organization. All of these can be tailored very easily. You can get a lot of dashboards basis operational focus as well focusing on turnaround time, pending activities, pending payments. So all of those visibility are also, very easily available. Now, all these dashboards are also available on the mobile app, so it can be accessed on the go as well. So that's the end of the dashboard section. Next, we'll be moving on to the next section, which is attribution. Moving to the attribution section. So while we've seen all of the dashboards, we can also see, when we want to take our analytics to the next level, the obvious next choice is statistically attributing marketing spends, other investments which have possibly caused, an impact on revenue, not only taking marketing, but taking environmental variables, taking, such as economic factors, taking market research data on the sentiment, taking weather data if your brand has something to do with weather. So this is something which is falls under the realm of marketing mix model or MMM. And in this case, the entire, MMM modeling is something which we are very flexible about. Our team could do it, but we also are more of a platform where existing MMM models, or, we have an agency partner, a network of experts who can do the MMM modeling as well. So it doesn't need to be done by the Brand Intel team because our focus here is giving you the visibility to interact with the MMM model, which has learned from historical past data and give it real-time data to train it, right? So in the end, the success of an MMM model is how good the data was and at what frequency can I refresh it as per the real life scenario. So this is an example of an MMM model where I can connect it to multiple data sources so that the refresh can happen. This data source could come from Google Sheets, it could come from a particular location, it can be come from your CRM, so that the data gets auto fetched into this MMM portal. The Insights tab gives you a visibility of how your past performance has been and what is the correlation or coefficient of correlation between the different channels of investment and what has given a good result. So it also gives you ROI and marginal ROI. ROI is what it has worked so far with the existing investment, and marginal ROI is if I put in more money, what will be the impact in my ROI? Will it be positive or negative? So this is something related to the sensitivity and the overall, saturation curve for each of the marketing mediums for each market. I can also then go into a medium overview where I can drill down on specific mediums and for each kind of medium of activity, look at what is the performance of that medium in terms of, how the attribution of ROI and marginal ROI has worked over the past and where are the gaps and where's the trend, and also what is the decay graph and what is the saturation graph for that particular medium in that particular market. Similarly, we can also look at model trend analysis on how your trends have been in the past on which this model has got trained. Now, enough of looking in the past data, right? So the end objective of this is to take more data-driven decisions, right? So that's where the optimizer comes in, where the optimizer is a live view of building multiple future scenarios to make more data-driven decisions. So just to give you an example of how the optimizer works, in real time, it's going to be able to let you choose what your evaluation period is. Your evaluation period could be 7 days, 30 days, 90 days, and basis your selection, it will fetch and get all of the data from, the brand intel operation system, from the integration with the CRM, and it'll tell you actually what has been spent in the last 90 days against this brand and what has been the revenue outcome. And as per the optimized model recommendation, what should have been the spends and what has been the target outcome or revenue of that if the spends were broken in this channel-wise distribution. So the optimized spend is what the recommendation is, and the actual spend is what has happened. So in this case, for example, the optimized spend is was recommending that you could have gone with 6% lesser and probably put that money in another medium, to increase the budget in that area. So it lets you go into a medium-wise optimization, what you could have done in the past. And not only that, you can also then build new scenarios over this, saying that, hey, if I'm going to have another scenario where I'm going to be spending 50,000, rupees on this scenario, what would happen? So in that case, the system will be able to generate a new scenario by querying that machine learning model, which has trained on historical data. and will give you a optimal recommendation of how to spend the very specific budget which is entered in your scenario here. It will also then let you define your own constraints, where in some cases the constraints, the min and max for different mediums could be configured because you would have specific business strategy and organization goals on what medium to invest in and what not to invest in. So all of that can be tailored and the scenario can be rerun. So in the end, the model is a one-time activity which gets built, but the real value comes in two parts when the model is connected to data sources to give you constant refresh. Two, when you're able to build scenarios to make better decisions and use all these decisions to make better, budgeting, planning, all of that in the Brandintel platform. So with this, I would want to, come to the end of this video where we have covered reporting as well as attribution capabilities on the Brandintel platform. Thank you so much. I'll see you out there.